Yo, what's up? It's DNA, and this video is in response to Dylan Schofield's question on. He asked me a two-part question. The video's about your friends and your girl, part one, part two. I answered that question, but I did not answer his question. I went off on a tangent just because I didn't know why he asked me that, and I didn't really pay attention to what he was asking me. And before I start this video, I would like to say that if you watched my next video that should be uploading pretty soon, I'm coming out with 3 or 4 mixtapes before mid-August. The money is being accumulated and spent to get these mixtapes mixed. And what that means for you is, if you know me, if you've been watching my videos since Fantasy and Philosophy 2 came out, which I think they came out. When did Fantasy and Philosophy 2 come out? That came out last September. So a little bit less than 9 months ago. A little bit less than that. Or more. Around 9, whatever the case is. When I put out mixtapes, when I put out songs, I like to put out a song with a video. So when I come out with these 30 songs, I'm gonna have 1 video per song. So if you have any videos that you would like me to make, if you have any comments that's gonna inspire videos, I want you to contact me. My email is hister, HISTER 1, the number 1, AARON@gmail.com. My Twitter and my Instagram are at DNAYES4. And my Facebook URL is on my Instagram, but it's datdodea1. DATDODEA1, the number 1. But if you have any videos that you would like me to make, send me every fucking detail. If I have to read 3 paragraphs, if I have to read fucking 600 words, I kind of do mine, as long as you know, the grammar doesn't really matter to me, but as long as you think I know what the fuck you're talking about. I want you to break down every detail of this video that you would like me to make, whether it's the spiritual or it's the self-help / self-improvement, whether it's just wisdom that you want me to drop, you want me to give you my opinion on something, or it's, I think I covered everything. Lifestyle stuff, drug dealer stuff, spiritual stuff, whatever. But Dylan's question was how I dealt with things as a child. He didn't ask me why. I don't know if you have a kid on the way, or it was just a question to ask. But number 1, the first thing that I did, I created. I drew a lot as a child. I wrote when I was 9. I've been playing video games ever since I was fucking 2 years old, ever since before I could remember. I was playing not Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Mario, Sonic, the comic book guy game, the fucking Batman, Mario Kart. We had all the games, basically. We had a hockey game, we had Nintendo 64. Another thing that I did, creating was a big part of me staying sane. There weren't any children in my house besides me. My cousins would come over here and there. My cousin Dominique didn't live with us for that long. She was a female, and she was 2 years younger than me. We had a play set in our backyard. On the south side of Chicago, we had a fucking swing set with a little rinky-dink ass slide. We had a tree. I'm pretty sure there was a rope on it or something. We used to play with the tree somehow. Oh, there were sticks that used to fall off the tree all the time every season. I lived in Chicago, so it would snow. We would make snowballs, throw them. I mean, I had a couple cousins, so I had some people to play with. Video games. I had a dog, Rusty, when I was growing up, so I would play with him. I had car. I had a lot of toys. My mom worked at Toys R Us. She was the manager at Toys R Us up until I was, I think, 8 or so, 7 or 8. So I had a lot of toys. I had Hot Wheels. I had all the fucking Power Ranger Megazords, except for the Green Ranger. That was I had the White Tiger. I did not have the Green Ranger. My cousin Dewan had the Green Ranger. I had a little car that I could drive with the fucking fat ass batteries. I had a bike. I would ride my bike. There was a park we could go to. Pools, playing the sprinklers. I mean, what did I do to cope with stress? I didn't have too much trauma and stress in my life. I went to school. I didn't like that. I woke up in the morning and fell asleep on the back of the toilet tank for about 10 minutes, I would think. I had a lot of videotapes, Barney and Rugrats and shit like that. But when things got hard, I guess, I mean, I would color a lot. I was too busy and carefree. I stayed in the house a lot, or around my family, at least, a lot. But maybe a little bit older, I would say. I'm sure you're not talking about when I was fucking 3 through 8. So when I was about 9 through 12, I was writing. I was playing video games. I had a big backyard that I didn't use. I walked to the park. I had a skateboard when I was skateboarding ever since I was like, I had my first skateboard when I was like 9, 8 or 9. I had a little plastic Walmart skateboard when I was like 7. So things like that. I usually had a bike and friends. So I interacted with other people. We would get into some shit. I moved around a lot of Mexicans. We played a lot of soccer. I listened to a lot of different kinds of music, so different emotions could have been explored and expressed. I drew. I was just a creative person. I wrote a lot of stories. I was on that, yeah. Can't really tell you too much. I didn't really have a go-to thing as far as me coping. Like when something bad would happen, I feel like I just meditated, honestly. Not even like guru style, cross legs, and lotus. I would just sit. I listened to a lot of fucking music when I was young. And I wrote and drew a lot when I was young. A lot. Like, I don't even really remember not listening to music or watching TV. And I'm surprised I'm not brainwashed right now. I didn't talk too much. I didn't really know anybody's numbers like that. I didn't have like a childhood snack that everybody just remembers, Twinkies or cookies. I ate a lot of chips. But from a young age, from like birth to like 8, I was in the hood. So there was always something to do, or I was around my grandma or some shit. So I wasn't really bored or stressed because before nighttime, before the high schoolers in my house got home, nothing really happened. And there was always somebody to interact with. But there was nothing too traumatic in my childhood, man, which is probably, some people say it's a blessing, or some people are just maybe envious or jealous of it. But I didn't have any go-to thing. I didn't really, like, 6-year-old, hey, this is stressing me out. And just know my coloring book was going to be there, or put in a tape. You know, my childhood was pretty chill. And this is probably why I don't know how to react in certain situations, and my coping skills are so ill right now. But I hope I answered some whatever question that you had that was just deeper than seeing what A did when he was a child, when things were bad. I mean, nothing was really that bad when I was younger, honestly. And when it was, I don't think I did too much of anything besides meditating or just thinking about the bullshit and just self talk and just fucking falling asleep and letting it blow in the wind. If you're talking about up until 13, I drew and wrote. If you're talking about fucking anything after 14, that's when I started smoking weed. So I don't know. But that's it. Trying to answer your question that I didn't answer before. It's DNA. Yeah.